Hi, I'm Deja, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I chronicle my life on paper, and I just thought that it would be really interesting to go ahead and really start journaling in real life, like vlogging, because I don't know, it's just something so special and sweet about it, and something that drew me to it. And not only was I video journaling, and then a little bit after I started video journaling, I started back on pen and paper. I talk to myself out loud a lot, all day, every day. And some of the things that I say to myself, I'm like, damn, I need to hear that probably 10 times a day, every single day. And I'm like, man, I wish I would have recorded that, or I wish I would have had that somewhere where I could have viewed it. Same thing with journaling on paper. There's just something very powerful and spiritual about writing things down with a date and a time. And so I don't know, when I write down and say that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, and it's time stamped, it's something so special about being able to go back and say, on this day and this time, I was thinking this, I was feeling this, I was going through this. And I look back, years later and can say, oh, wow, that came to fruition, or that didn't. Or, here's what I was thinking and feeling during this time period of my life. So that's the beautiful thing about this type of journaling. And then vlogging and videotaping is like even a step further. And I like it, and I love the idea of it. And I will tell you that it's always been on my heart to do, right? But I never really, there was this gap between actually doing it, or thinking and feeling, man, that's something that I could do, that's something I feel like I'll be great at, and actually doing it. There was this huge gap, and it was a whole bunch of self-doubt, not enough time, not the opportunity, didn't have the equipment, yada, yada, yada. All of that was in between thinking and feeling I could do it and actually getting it done. So here I am, I've overcome all of that middle ground, and I'm finally here, and I'm able to actually start. So here, I'll say another thing that kind of put the pedal to the metal for me to start my channel was a couple of weeks ago. Netflix released a documentary on Notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace. We know him as a legendary American rapper from Brooklyn, New York. And I'm watching, let me just say, first of all, I absolutely love Big. He is one of my favorite all-time favorite rappers. He will forever be in my top 5. Released the documentary, I'm watching it, and I was floored. I was floored at the fact that his best friend had all of this raw footage on camcorder. I was floored. I was like, what? He was vlogging. He was vlogging. That's what the friend was doing. He was vlogging. And had he not, we wouldn't have had all of this really special raw footage of Biggie before he died. So I was sitting in my living room watching that doc, and I got on Amazon and ordered my vlog camera. That was the moment, the pivotal moment where I said, you know what? There's no more stalling. There's no more delay. I'm starting my channel, period. So here I am, and welcome. So I've always been a hair, a makeup, a beauty girl. Always. Before we knew that you could make a career out of this, before we knew that this was this could be a passion turned profession, I didn't know. Now I'm in the know, but I didn't know. And this was always something that I loved. But when I was, a teenager, leaving high school, going into college, there weren't anybody that I knew who was doing hair and makeup or doing well, of course there were hairstylists, but there were people who were doing makeup as a full-time career. I didn't know people who who were doing this to this extent, and it was going to be this big. The beauty industry has always been like huge, but not this big. Well, it's always been big, but we didn't know. I didn't know. So I chose a very different career path, and I'm very, happy with what I chose. And but not to say that I know for a fact that I'll make this into a career, but the hope is that I will, because this is what I would definitely like to do full time, because I could sit in front of a camera or in front of people or whatever and talk my whole life. I've always been a talker. I've always been a chatterbox. Even as a little girl, I gave speeches and stuff in my community. I gave sermons at church. So your girl like to talk, okay? That's just me. So I said, if that's all there is to it, is I hit a button and record and I could just start talking about something I'm passionate about, then shoot, why not? So I've always been a makeup, hair, beauty girl. And so my channel will definitely be geared towards beauty, makeup, skincare. That's what I love. Like, I love it. I love it. I've always loved it. I was that girl in high school who dressed up every day. I was that girl who wore heels to school. And I went to a high school that was 3 stories. It looked like a freaking castle. My high school looks like a castle. I'll probably insert a picture so you can see how huge and massive. And I was tiptoeing around in my heels. So I've always been just a girly girl, always. And so that's probably what my channel will be geared a lot towards, is hair, skin, makeup. I love skincare. I love skincare. I'm not so much of a makeup artist and all, like, nah, ain't no makeup Shayla over here, but, and I love Shayla. Shout out to her. I've been watching Shayla for years and have always been inspired by her makeup looks. So I love makeup. I love playing in makeup. I love practicing, and I am trying to learn how to do my makeup in a way that best suits my features. So hair, makeup, beauty, and just living life, I do believe that we owe it to ourselves to create a life that we love, to create a life that's fulfilling, to do what it is you love and to do what it is you're passionate about. And I think that when we don't, we really do ourselves a disservice. And I have in recent years been inspired to live my life in my truth, live my life in confidence, live my life in self-love, live my life in love of others, live my life in love of God. And I want to inspire other people to do that as well. And to the person who feels like their life is just so horrible, or their life is not worth living, or they have a good life but don't know how to make it better, maybe I can help you. Maybe there's something I can do to show you how. And so that is my channel. Thank you so much for watching this little introductory video. Hope that you join me on this journey, that you like, comment, subscribe, and rock with me. I promise you will love it here. Thank you.